All right, guys. So today was a very, very interesting day in the market, and we had so much going on from literally three different just political, congressional testimony, speeches, whatever you guys want to call it. But I'm going to get straight into this. I want to make these videos quick. I think you guys like it and appreciate it. And honestly, if you let me know if you guys want these videos short and quick and as straight to the point as possible, save me the time. Go subscribe to the live streaming channel and give me the feedback. Like this video if you want them short and sweet. Give me a comment. Let me know what balance you guys want. And I am just going to go at my will of, some stuff does require a big explanation and some stuff doesn't. But getting straight to the point, I want you guys to answer that question in the last video. But now, okay, here it is. Lighthizer. I want to read over this article with China, but there's three things to point out. And on the bigger scale of news, there was the three speeches from Fed Powell in front of Congress today. There was Michael Cohen, and then Trade Representative Lighthizer was literally getting interviewed about trade progress with China, and more details kind of emerged, but really highlighted. And this is what we learned today about what's going on with China, and it has to put something really, really into perspective. And that thing is, even though the extension that happened, it doesn't change the fact that tariffs are still in place. It's not as if a deal was made. Again, that did help ease some market concerns, but the same tariffs that the market responded to negatively in January or October, those are fully in effect still. This was just, remember, the additional one. So keeping up with this timeline is very difficult, but now they brought up some stuff, and I think really what I've been seeing, it's like Trump is giving the market version, he's giving the sugar-coated version, and then there's this internal argument, it seems like, between them, and Lighthizer keeping it real. But what he's been talking about and all the different stuff he's been going up and said in front of Congress, it's very, very important. And essentially what he focused on was technology, and it's clear that I think he even said just by literally China needs to do more than buy U.S. goods before the two countries strike a permanent trade deal. And I think this is where Trump and him are colliding. He literally made a bunch of tangents today talking about technology. He's very, very, very set on IP and technology, and I think the global community is. And honestly, this is the first time to really address it going against China. So that's what's happening with it. He said that. He said, let me be clear, much still needs to be done before it's reached, and more importantly, after it's reached, if one is reached. And then lastly, we could compete with anyone in the world, but we must have safe rule enforced technology. But here was the next one I wanted to highlight for you guys. He says, if we could complete this effort, and again, I say if, and can reach a satisfactory resolution to all the important outstanding issues of enforceability, as well as some other outcomes, we might be able to have an agreement that does not turn the corner in our economic relationship. And that is what I wanted to highlight. That is huge, because it's saying that if, again, he gave a very big conditional, and then the other one, logically, how do we assume, what does he assume? What can we assume? It might be saying that this could get really, really bad if, again, economic tensions between them. And then two, he is bringing up the point, I think he's being very realistic and giving a real timeline to what's going on here, and saying, hey, there's a deal, even if the deal gets made, and if we get that, the next part of that deal is enforcing it, because at the end of the day, China might just agree, and what happens from there is how do we enforce it, and that could probably lead to some issues. And again, it leads to questions I have in that last video, the timeline, all that. But that's pretty much it. And I would keep you guys eye on this, and here's how we could interact with it. Let me know your comments. I will be on my computer today. I'm going to be answering comments to the last video in this, so let me know what you guys think on this and where you guys stand. Love you. Subscribe to the channel. Peace out.